So I don't worry. I'll take a picture when I'm in the gym and show you guys. Like I got the Bane mask with the little 2 filters on each side of my face.
Oh, okay. There's 2 filters on each side. Okay. All right.
Who the hell gets one filter? How do you get a mask with one filter? It's not like
I've seen them where it looks like a fucking quarter of a glow stick hanging out one side of the mask. I'm like, bro,
what are they going? What are they doing? Going snorkeling?
I don't know.
It's a life vest from the airplane.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
It's like when I see oh man, I saw somebody with a mask, and they had like, it was damn near a helmet. It's just like, bro, you don't need to do all that. You don't need to put on a gas mask.
All right, well, let's get into the content because we bullshitted a lot last week, and now this week we actually have content. So we should probably talk about it.
Like, let's start with the AFC East.
All right, go ahead.
So the Patriots obviously just they got money to blow. I wish there was a Drake drop still on this computer, but you know, happens. So let's see. Let me just run through who got paid. The Patriots signed former Tennessee tight end Jonnu Smith. They re-signed Cam Newton. They brought back Kyle Van Noy, who got cut by Miami. They signed... Patrick Chung retired after 11 years. He set a record for, like, most consecutive years with a playoff appearance, which is crazy. David Andrews is coming back to the Patriots, but
Cam Newton's going back.
They lost Joe Thuney, who signed like a 5-year, $80 million contract.
That shit was fucking wild, bro. I was like, all these guards getting traded, all these linemen getting traded, cut. The Raiders got traded anymore. Rodney Hudson. After there was rumors he might go to Kansas City. Gabe Jackson was also traded to the Seahawks, which is actually a good place for him because he can't be any worse than what they've had there.
Yeah, he actually might revive his career there. I like him and Damian Lewis, LSU guard.
But to get back to the Pats, they paid Nelson Aguilar 2 years, $26 million. I couldn't believe that number either. And then they got Kendrick Bourne for 3 years, $22 million.
From
Hunter Henry. So they're really trying to give Cam Newton a variety of different targets. Then
they traded tight end Ryan Izzo to the Texans.
Yeah, they brought back Kyle Van Noy, which I think you already mentioned, and signed Jalen Mills. Was crazy too. 4 years, $24 million.
They got Trent Brown back, and I guess they traded Marcus Cannon. Well, they cut him. Either way, he's gone.
And then the Jets, well, they did what they always do.
They threw big money.
They threw around big money at players that are good, but hey, it's the Jets.
Off career years, you could say?
Yeah. They signed Corey Davis for 3 years, $37 million. He's a receiver for the Tennessee Titans. Former first-round draft pick, what, number?
5th overall?
Yeah, 5th overall.
Out of Western Michigan?
Like yep.
Career year, too.
So it gives Sam Darnold a target, finally. The only problem is, I don't know, Davis isn't number one.
He's probably not.
Because he wasn't in Tennessee.
They got Mims.
They had to get the other AB before.
The real AB?
Damn, the real AB? Is that what you're calling him now?
He's the real AB.
Damn.
I don't think Antonio Brown wants to see A.J. Brown physically. He don't want that. But also,
and then the Jets
got Keelan Cole.
And they re-signed Marcus May to the franchise tag. Got Gerard Davis. And then the Bills, they signed Eric's boy, Mitch Trubisky.
I wish him the best.
As well as Emmanuel Sanders, which I think is a good place for them. Darrell Williams, offensive tackle.
He took a risk. He took like a prove it deal and filled in for them when their lineman got hurt in the playoffs, and now he's getting his just due. So salute to him. Juju Smith-Schuster actually met with the Jets.
And finally, with the Dolphins, their biggest signing was Will Fuller, former Tennessee Titan. Tennessee, same division. Houston Texan, which actually started in Houston. So,
and not only that, they signed Malcolm Brown, longtime Rams backup.
Yes, Jacoby Brissett.
Do you think they have enough talent to take that division next year? Do you think they could overtake?
Honestly, I like how they got Broderick McKinney.
Yeah, they stole him for Shaq Lawson. Like, the Texans are like, we don't really need this inside linebacker anymore. We're willing to give him up because we already paid him. We already got Zach Cunningham and, like, Scarlett. So, sure, you can have McKinney. Give us Shaq Lawson.
I feel like that division was already so wide open, at least last year, with the Patriots not dominating. And now, this year, I feel like they all were kind of like, let's go for it, but, like, not really. Like,
also,
like, no one got Deshaun Watson is basically what I'm saying. Which
I
we'll
think
get to
the Dolphins
later.
the Dolphins have a chance because they have Will Fuller.
Well, like, I feel like if one of those teams would have, the Dolphins have Tua, but they're not, like, sold on him. So it's still the Bills. Like, Josh Adams is really the only sure quarterback after that. And it's kind of a crapshoot.
The Bills, or the Dolphins signed Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, that's what I already talked about that. But I'm just saying overall, like, as a division, I feel like they all feel like they could win it. So they threw some money at, like, we're 1 or 2 players away. But arguably, unless you have a quarterback who's better than Josh Allen, it doesn't matter. Yeah,
but the Bills could slip up because teams will see them coming.
That's true, though, because they made some subtractions and they didn't really do shit either.
They don't really have a running game.
All right, moving to the North. Who would you say was a winner in that division? Not the Jets, for sure. I guess the Pats, right?
The Jets have more draft capital now. No.
Marcus Joyner, though.
I'm going to say the Dolphins. Because you have Devontae Parker. They got Broderick McKinney. So now you have a Pro Bowl middle linebacker that you got for giving up.
And they got Will Fuller.
Lawson, who was a bust pretty much. And on top of that, Gesicki's coming along. And if you choose to trade Tua, you have a bunch of picks. And Travis Etienne looked great at his pro day. So you have that right there.
Yeah. I mean.
And they signed Matt Skura.
I still like what the Patriots did, honestly. I don't know if it's going to work, but I don't blame them for trying.
And Malcolm Brown's a solid backup. Jacoby Brissett is a good
traditional. All right, moving to the North. Baltimore Ravens, they didn't do a whole lot. Re-signed some guys, Justin Ellis, Derek Wolfe, Pernell McPhee.
They made some.
Tyus Bowser. They signed guard Kevin Zeitler. They're still trying to trade Orlando Brown. The Bengals, they signed Trey Hendrickson after losing Carl Lawson to the Jets.
Fat contract.
Then they signed Larry Ogunjobi, who's kind of on a 1-year prove-it deal, but depending on what they do with Geno Atkins, he could be a really good fit there because he has a similar skill set, although he's not at where Geno Atkins was, at least of a couple of years ago.
And they also got a corner from Dallas.
Yeah, Uzi, but he's whatever. And Mike Hilton. I was like, Mike Hilton for Steelers. 4 years, $24 million?
Plays for the Steelers, addition by subtraction, I guess.
And then the Browns, they signed Rashard Higgins, Tack McKinley, Malcolm Smith, Troy Hill. Josh Johnson, my bad. That was probably their biggest move. Former Ram safety. Started for about, 2 years, 3 years?
Solid player.
He's a solid player, but 3 years, $33 million. I'm good. So,
yeah.
And then finally the Steelers, they signed B.J. Finney, offensive lineman, offensive tackle Zach Benner. He resigned.
Got hurt. And, yeah, he's recovering.
And cornerback Cameron Sutton.
Well, he's going to be their future right tackle.
So pretty much the AFC North ain't done shit yet. Except for the Bengals.
Yeah. But the Ravens actually getting Zeidler is huge at guard. That's kind of huge. They've been looking to fill that hole since old boy out of Iowa retired.
All right, Texans. We don't even need to talk about them.
They signed everybody.
They signed
I almost got a contract from the Texans this week.
Yeah, the Indianapolis Colts didn't do much. Re-signed Marlon Mack. The Jaguars signed. We got to talk about the Jaguars, though.
Shaquille Griffin.
They signed Carlos Hyde, Philip Dorsett, Marvin Jones, kept Cam Robinson on the franchise tag, brought Tyson Alululu back.
What? He's still in the NFL?
Yeah, he's been playing with the.
That man is.
He's been playing with the Steelers. He's been starting. Well, he was starting until like last year.
He should have never been taken at 10.
Jahadi Ward, Malcolm Brown was traded there.
D tackle.
Sidney Jones re-signed. Shaquille Griffin.
Sidney Jones was supposed to be a nice corner, man. Them injuries got him.
He had a better year last year though with them. He had like 3 picks. He's only 25.
That's true. You get that in around.
So they did a lot. What do you make of the Jaguars? Because I've been hearing different stuff.
It all depends on who they get at QB. They have a nice receiving core. I wouldn't be surprised if they somehow tried to get Kyle Pitts out of Florida. I don't think they're going to pull it. I don't think it's going to work. And if Telvin Smith coming back, do we know if he's coming back? Because he sat out a whole year.
I don't know.
They also signed a linebacker too, so it's still too close to call. I look at the Jaguars the same. I look at the Bengals. You sign guys because you needed bodies, but that don't mean they're going to be a starter come day one.
And then the Titans also made some moves.
Fat contracts they gave out.
They cut Adoree Jackson, which is crazy.
Wow. But I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised.
Signed
Blame USC for that one.
Signed Danico Autry to a 3-year, $21 million deal, $9 million guaranteed.
Gave Bud Dupree $85 million.
That's pretty solid for Autry. Glad he's finally getting longer than a 1-year deal.
And Bud Dupree got like an $85 million contract.
That was a crazy deal. Off a torn ACL, he might not even play this year.
They let Clowney go. So
and after they already dealt with that with Clowney having injuries. You think they would have learned, but hey.
And they lost their tight end.
They also signed corner Janoris Jenkins from the Saints.
That's a perfect pickup for them.
But honestly, I'd say
Kevin
probably,
Johnson.
I guess the Jaguars win it in the South, AFC South. And then we have the AFC West.
Hold on. I don't think I want to give it to
You're giving it to the Titans?
I'm not giving it to the Titans.
I'm giving it to Jacksonville.
I'm giving it to the Colts.
They didn't do shit. They just got Carson Wentz.
They could also they let go of Justin Houston. They could still bring him back, but like
they have cap room, but they have people they need to re-sign.
Exactly, and I think they're a better team long term. Yeah, the Texans have the Titans have Derrick Henry, but realistically, they're not.
They should just get Kenny Galladay and stop playing.
Yeah. They're barely... They might get Juju. That'd be a perfect 1-2 punch combo, and both those guys can block. And that dancing shit...
He might not be bad there. Yeah.
That dancing shit would stop. Vrabel will be like, I'm going to punch you. And then Juju's
you're saying Tennessee?
Juju's like, I'd punch you back.
You're saying in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Oh, I was saying in Indy.
Nah. You can't have that many USC receivers on the same team. You can't have Pittman and Juju. T.Y. Hilton's a free agent. Like, somebody got to go deep.
They could get Galladay, though. He'd be a good spot there.
I thought Galladay was going to sign with Baltimore.
Nah, they said Chicago and who else?
I'd be looking at the Packers if I was him. But
the Bengals and the Giants.
I get he wants a bag.
He's off an injury though too.
Yeah, but I'd rather just get a bag or get like a 1-year $12 million and go play with Aaron Rodgers and put up stats.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
His receivers are kind of below average at times. Devontae Adams, you take him out of it, He literally